I cleared an exam with calculations without a calculator. And yes, you probably will be asking yourself, how is this possible? Up to today, I'm not so much shocked, but I'm grateful. I'm more grateful. Why? Because this was a course that in uni had given me so much trouble. I had taken the exam twice already and failed it. Yeah. So you can imagine how defeated I was, how beaten up, how mentally weak I'd become like when it came to this course. So I didn't even want anything to do with it. It was so bad. My fear of that exam was so bad that I actually left uni because of that particular course. I left uni because of that particular course, and I went and pursued business. I just went into business for myself, and for a while, I began to enjoy doing business, making my own income, and it became hard for me to ever consider the possibility of going back to school. And for me, that was, I felt a little bit like I had made it, but then I had to think again, is that for the high performance person that I intend on being, I have to be an example to people who come after me. And what kind of example would I be setting if I dropped out of uni despite having gone on to create success? If I did, or when I did create success through my business, what kind of example would I be setting for people who come after me? It would be okay for them to just drop something and leave it in the middle and just go out and do something else. So let me tell you about the day when I wrote this exam, and the lessons that I want you to get from this is you are enough, and you can do anything if you actually put your mind to it and just believe in yourself. So I went back to school and I began to apply myself. I prepared for this exam. I asked for help. I consulted. I worked really hard. Even when I didn't understand, I still studied. So it had to involve me going back, looking at the other two times why I failed. Because the first time, I remember I didn't do the work. I was into contracting people doing my work for me. I was only studying for the final exam, but that didn't work. The second time, it was the fear. I was crippled by the fear of failing that exam. And the third time, I had to go back with a stronger mentality, a changed mindset, because I've been coming from an entrepreneurship journey over the past couple of months. So I had that mindset of saying, I have to do this, I have to get done, I have to see some results. So I went back and I began studying, I began asking for help, I began learning, researching, and just preparing for this exam. So I was ready. For me, I felt I was ready, and I was ready. Now, the morning of the exam, I had stayed up really late and I overslept. So I woke up really late, overslept. So on my way to the exam, halfway there through my journey there, I realized that I left my calculator. Yeah, I left my calculator. Now, because I'm late, I tried to call ahead, ask my friends if someone could help me, assist me with finding a calculator, and but then because I'm late, everyone is getting ready for their own exam and they're going into the paper, and I get there and I'm late. So now I have nowhere to get a calculator from, and I'm forced now to go into the exam with no calculator whatsoever. I don't know, what am I going to do? I went into that exam without a calculator. For the first 15 minutes, after being late, on top of being late, for the first 15 minutes, I just sat there thinking of what I'm going to do. Am I going to take this exam again? Is this really how all my effort is going to pay me back, or how I'm going to get from all that effort that I put in? So I began to write slowly but surely, to the T. Everything that I studied began to unfold. It began to flow. Luckily enough, I had one person give me a calculator for one question only, and I had to make sure I scored as much as possible. I wrote that exam with so much anxiety, and we finished it, and we left. And I called several people after that and told them, if I clear this exam, even my kids are going to hear about this. And I wanted to share this. Why? Because it's such a strong moment for me, because I came back with a different mindset, and that's what allowed me to get better results on this exam. So belief in myself, a change in mindset, a change in strategy are the three things that I applied to writing this exam again. And for you also out there, you probably would have gone through something similar or going through something. And I want to tell you, these are the three things: belief in yourself, change of mindset, change your strategy, go at it again. Don't be afraid to fail. Go at it again. Believe in yourself. Not many people have self-esteem. Many adults don't have self-esteem, but then these three things can help you change that feeling about yourself, and whenever you're feeling down, you can actually be able to go through with so many things. I wrote that exam, and when the results came, very anxiously, I went and checked them out, and thank God we actually managed to get the desired result, and we passed the exam. So I'm telling you this. I'll tell you this. Believe in yourself. Don't be afraid to fail. Shift your strategies continuously. Your mindset is very important. Protect your mind. Feed your mind. Give yourself the time to learn. Apply yourself. Whatever you choose to do, apply yourself. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Give it your best shot. Practice faith. Don't ever feel like you're alone, you're going through something on your own. Many of us are just not open enough to talk about our failures or our struggles, but there's always going to be that one person that will be willing to share the struggles. I feel like I want to make more videos like this because they're more intimate, and also just allow us to just talk about some stuff that we can't really talk about. Not many people are talking about, because not many people have the opportunity to talk about stuff the way they feel, the way they express themselves is not easy. So that was me overcoming the challenge for me. I got rejected twice by my exam, but it didn't stop me from coming back to attempt it the third time. And the third time was the charm, we got it. And we move on and we progress. It's growth, from experience comes a lesson, and a lesson you learn from the lesson. And there's only one way this ends, and that's with less talk and more action.